competition, we're looking at fire. They're leading. Mike Guinness, Scott Meek, Craig Franck, Mike Parnell, and David Wiles. Only 4 guys jumping in one time, but they rotate on a 5-man team.
Okay, and they jump out of the plane at 9,500 feet, and they have to make their formations in a period of 35 seconds. But now 35 seconds is a long time to be free-falling at 120 miles an hour.
And you notice too, Bob, they take the 4-man, everybody right out of the door. They'll be doing their maneuvers before they really get horizontal to the ground. They'll already be working their maneuvers, not wasting any time at all. Right now, before they're stable, they are going through their first series of maneuvers with the catacord, and then the marquee, then on to the Chinese T, the Opal, and the monopod. And this is a very tough series to go through, and they've got 35 seconds to do it.
And these skydivers have really had literally thousands of jumps getting ready for competitions like this. One of the team members, Craig Franck, did a kind of an unusual thing a few years ago. He jumped out very near the North Pole. And here we see one of our cameramen flying into the picture, getting some excellent pictures.
They average about 2,000 jumps a man on this team, and Mike Guinness, who's also on this team with the tan leather hat, is a 2-time world champion. So they've got some very qualified people on this team.
And Russ, here they are again in slow motion.
And you can really get a good idea how they move through the air, how they use their hands and their legs to shift their weight. And coming into this 10th and final round, Fire was leading the competition. They have put together a very fine series of formations. We're looking up at Scott Meek with the white helmet. He's the captain of the team. And what a beautiful sight. And another beautiful sight, coming down, landing under canopy. Forward speed 20 to 30 miles an hour. Very maneuverable. You can see the wind sort of gusting the canopy, flaring in for landing.
Oh boy, and what a beautiful landing it is. Guys, it looked terrific to us.
It went really good. It went really good.
You think that put the competition away or what?
Darn, the Army's such a go-for-it team. There's just no telling. They can come from behind. It was a good dive. It was a safe dive. It was what we needed, I think, exactly.
Everything went just the way you wanted it.
Exactly, I think.
Nice going.
Thank you.
And the competition is really tight. Fire has completed all 10 jumps. Teams Ice and Army tied for second, yet to come. Didn't just start out this way. They've literally had hundreds and hundreds of jumps. Earlier, we watched the student prepare for her first jump. Let's take a look.
Had all your training now. Let's go through a couple of last-minute reminders here, all right?
And this is where it all starts, the first jump course. Joan Travis is in the process of learning the PLF, or the parachute landing fall. Curly Rowe, her instructor, is going to make sure that she lines herself up properly for landing.
Good landing. Good parachute landing fall. Let's try it again, all right? Let's move on up one more notch. Go off the high platform.
And this is about what it's going to be like when she comes for landing. About this height, she'll be landing into the wind to minimize the speed of the canopy.
Lots of tension.
Keep your knees and feet together. Steel springs.
Hey, good landing. Let's go on up to the harness. Do a little of that now, okay?
By the time this lesson is over, Joan will have gone through about 4 or 5 hours of training. She starts in the morning. She'll be jumping by the afternoon.
Ready?
Ready.
She's now on the harness. She's practicing her exit from the aircraft, getting used to all the familiar surroundings, the risers, the ripcord, and her reserve.
Good pull. Nice arch. Put it back. Let's try
She'll
another,
practice
all right?
normal opening
Strut.
procedures. She'll practice
Go to the
emergency
left.
procedures. If
Ready?
her main canopy does not work, she has to release it completely away and then pull her reserve. Right now she's practicing a Mae West malfunction, which means a line over the main canopy, not allowing it to inflate. She just cut away her main canopy, released it, so that when she pulls a reserve, it will not tangle with her main.
Let me get in first.
This is when the blood starts pumping. Get near the airplane,
Okay,
get the feeling of leaving the
Face
ground
forward.
and knowing that you are soon to be hurled out
300 feet.
and down.
Door open. 5 right. Cut her back.
You'll notice that Joan is looking at the ground even now. I'm sure she's preparing herself for the moment that she'll be hanging from this strut on the aircraft at about 2,800 feet as she simulates the exit.
Good job. Great skydive. Let's go suit up.
The next step is getting the gear on. She's gone through this procedure many times, and Curly will check, double, triple, and quadruple check to make sure all of her gear is safe.
Hey, Joan, you might want to take this along with you.
Yeah, I might need it.
Okay, it's the real thing now. You all set?
I think so.
How do you feel?
A little nervous.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Well, now it gets exciting. This is the real thing. This is time to jump out of the airplane. And I can tell you one thing on Joan's mind right now, as it is on most first jump students. Am I prepared? Have I done enough training? And she's about to take a long fall. There she goes. The static line pulls the canopy out and it's open. Beautiful opening. Now Joan will come in for landing. She has a radio on her chest. They'll talk her down, right turn, left turn. When she comes in for landing, she'll land into the wind, her feet and knees together. She's got everything going for her perfect. She's got her feet together, comes in for landing, nice and soft. What a beautiful job. She's really been cool through this whole thing, and like most first jump students, she'll be back, and she's a very happy lady. I did it. I really did it.
Now we're ready for more four-way team competition. We're looking at a team called ICE. Team members Kent Lane, Irving Callahan, Dan Peters, and Mike Sharon, and they're about ready to go. Kind of going through the maneuvers in their minds, getting ready for that explosive bailout. They're going to need 13 points to tie for first place. They're tied now for second place. 14 to win. Well, they've gotten 14 points in 2 of the earlier rounds, so it is possible, isn't it, Russ?
It really is, and they've got to get right at it, right off the plane. You'll see them. They're not even stable yet, and they're going through some of their maneuvers. That's very difficult. But these guys have practiced a lot together, and they're very capable of doing 14.
Well, they really did charge out of there.
They don't waste any time. They're having a good series so far. If they can stick with this, they've got a good shot at it.
We might mention that ICE is half of the 8-man team called Visions, which won the 8-way competition. The other half, the team that's now in first place in the 4-way competition, Fire.
That's right, and now that we're looking at ICE, they're tied with Golden Knights, who were the national champions last year. So it'll be interesting to see. It's going to be a battle right down to the wire.
Okay, they really are frantic in going through these maneuvers, trying to get just as many as they can into the 35 seconds they're allowed.
And what the judges are looking for, too, Bob, as they break up here, good separation in between formations. You can see they're happy. They're shaking their heads. I think they believe they've got it.
Let's take another look at that in slow motion, Russ.
Watching a team like ICE perform, Bob, is really beautiful. It gives you a real appreciation. It gives you a real good feel for what it's like to be a skydiver, to be flying through the air, and you truly are. To watch them in motion, and they're under a lot of pressure. This is the final round. Look at how smooth they are. Hours and hours of practice. It reminds me of a saying that skydivers have, that we say many times over and over. Man small, why fall? Skies call. That's all. And they say it perfectly right here.
Well, you do get a great appreciation for all the thousands of hours they put into this.
The free fall is fun. Now it's time for landing. You come on in smooth. It takes practice, but you tiptoe into the drop zone.
Okay, how'd it go?
Oh, really good dive.
How many points do you think you got?
Slightest idea. It's going too fast. We don't know.
Might have had enough to catch him or what?
We're going at a good rate. I don't know. To catch him, we'd really have to be going good. I don't know what's going on.
But you're pretty happy with it?
Yeah.
And the last team in the 4-way competition, representing the Army, the Golden Knights, with Andy Gerber, Mark Gabriel, Bob Finn, and Rusty Vest.
What kind of training are we doing? Army training, sir!
And Russ, they are really ready. As a matter of fact, last year they won this event, but only when they came from behind in the very last jump. Well, they've got their work cut out for them. They need 14 points to win.
Well, they're very capable of doing it. They've done it before in practice and in competition. They seem to be fired up. If they can pull the 4-man out the door, get their tongues back in their mouth, they'll have a good shot.
A charged up and very well-disciplined Army team.
They've done a 15 early in the competition, Bob, so they're really, look how fast they're falling. Again, 120 miles an hour, but it looks like they're just screaming to earth.
Russ, they're really flying through those maneuvers.
Well, this is the last jump in the competition, Bob. They're not going to hold back one bit. They're going for, look at how quick they're switching the formations. Talking with these guys throughout the competition, though, they're competing. This is the national competition, but they're having a lot of fun out there. They're doing something that they really, really enjoy, and all the other jumpers are rooting for them. They want to see each team excel. Look at the roads below, give you an idea of how they're moving through the air. They're going for it. They've made a lot of maneuvers. We'll see if they've got it.
We can almost feel that adrenaline that they have.
I'm getting excited. You know, I counted close to 15, 16 formations. Now they're tracking away. What a feeling.
Well, they came from behind last year to win, but they really have their work cut out for them this year. They need 14 points to win to move into first place ahead of Fire. That would, I think, be a pretty tough job, but it did look like an outstanding jump. Take another look, Russ.
You know, this is really exciting for me, Bob. Watching this Army team, it's their last jump. It's the last jump of the competition. It gives me what we call in Hawaii chicken skin. Bumps all over my body just the adrenaline and everything else. It's really exciting to watch. They're going for every ounce they're worth and having fun doing it.
Pretty good timing up there, too, isn't it?
Oh, it's beautiful. It really is poetry in motion. I wish there were other words to express it more adequately, but they're all smiles, I can guarantee you that. That's a great jump.
And a nice, easy touchdown once again. And a high five from the Army.
Do you think that they thought they had a good jump? Here comes number 3.
I think they think they got a good shot at this.
I think they've got a great shot at it, Bob. I'm calling that 15 formations. We'll have to see what the judges score in the 35-second period, but look how happy they are. They know they had a great jump.
Hey, guys, how'd it go?
Went real fine, real fine.
What do you think? You had 14 points to make up. Did you do it?
We broke off from the 16th point, and that puts us 2 points out of time usually during regular skydive, so we'll just have to wait and see, but it went real fine for us.
It's going to be close, though, right?
Sure going to be close. We're going to try and make it as close as we can, just one ahead.
And as one of our busy cameramen ends his day, we'll be back for the final results. The final results in the four-way competition. In first place, Fire. Army ended up with 12 points within the 35-second limit to miss out by only 1 point. And 1 point behind them in third place, the team named Ice. I'll tell you, Russ,